Welcome to Vacuum Wars, and to our best Bissell carpet cleaner buyer's guide. We've bought nearly every Bissell carpet cleaner on the market and put them through a bunch of tests in order to compare their performance as well as their specs and features. And in this video, I'll go over all the details and make my personal recommendations in 3 different categories at the end. So links in the description, and let's get started. First, the basics. All the carpet cleaners here are of the upright variety. They operate the same basic way, which is that you fill their clean water tank with warm water and the included solution, you hold down a trigger to dispense the water solution mix, and you more or less vacuum back and forth. The brushes agitate the stained carpet, and the machine sucks up the dirty water into its dirty water tank. Starting off with their price, I have them lined up here from the least to the most expensive. One of the big differences is their water tank capacity, and here you can see that the Bissell Big Green is the clear winner. I should take a second here to say that while I did not include build quality or parts availability in my spreadsheet scoring algorithm, if I did, the Bissell Big Green would be the winner. Basically, if you're planning on cleaning large areas all the time, you can just stop the video right now and buy the Bissell Big Green. All of the others are great for a few rooms or individual stains, but if you need a workhorse for large areas, the Bissell Big Green is the only choice, and I think it's better than its main competitors as well. Weight is also an important factor, and here you can see that the cheapest one, the Bissell Turbo Clean Power Brush Pet with the smallest water tank, is also the lightest. Another important difference is if they have the ability to be used with a hose and attachments. This is where you spray the solution on the stains and scrub manually with a handheld attachment, which is great for stairs, furniture upholstery, or tough spots on carpet. All except the cheapest one have this ability, though there are differences in the length of their hoses as well as the number and types of attachments that they come with. Some have 2 brushes on the floor head, like the Hydro Steam and 2X Revolutions, and some have only 1 brush, but the brush on the Big Green, for example, is much bigger and more powerful than other single brush styles. They also have different brush widths, so you can cover more area per pass with the wider ones, which really helps with overall efficiency. Moving on to features. Probably the biggest feature difference is with the Bissell Hydro Steam, which is the first Bissell carpet cleaner to use steam. When it's in steam mode, you hold down the trigger and it will produce steam at the floor head, which theoretically makes it better at stain removal and sanitizing. Another novel feature is the so-called Cleanshot, which is only available on the Bissell 2X Revolution Pet Pro Plus. It has a sprayer on the side of the head, which is activated by a foot pedal, and it applies the water solution mix directly to the stain, kind of like a pre-treatment. Some of these might have the word heat in the name, and that's because they have an internal heater. But it doesn't mean that they make cold water hot, it really just means that they keep warm water warm. Some of them have different cleaning modes, usually accessed by flipping a switch or pushing a button. This mostly means that you have the option of having less water dispensed when you hold the trigger down, meaning that it will take less time to dry. Moving on to performance, the first thing we did is measure their suction, both at the base and at the head in what we call the usable suction test. We mostly found that they had similar sealed suction numbers, though the cheaper ones did have a little less than the more expensive ones. But with the usable suction test, there was something interesting, namely that the cheaper ones really punched above their weight. In fact, the Turbo Clean Power Brush Pet had the second highest suction in this particular test. I did some initial tests with dried on dirt stains and found that with light stains like these, they were all nearly perfect, cleaning the carpet in 2 passes or less. For the actual stain torture test though, I really wanted to develop a new system that I could use in the future, so I started by preparing the dried on stains, where I used 5 ounces of a dirt and water mixture, as well as 1.5 ounces of coyote urine, which I allowed to dry for 24 hours. For the wet stains, I used 1.5 ounces of red wine and 1.5 ounces of a glow-in-the-dark material, which is virtually impossible to remove from carpet, but it looks cool. I used the exact same solution mixture for each product, and I did 4 back and forth passes for each stain. I did not pre-treat the stains, and I only used room temperature water, which is easier to control. Because of this, the stains left behind were more significant than if I had used pre-treatment or warm water, but it made it easier for me to tell relative differences. After the carpets dried, I took pictures with exactly the same camera and lighting settings for each stain and visually compared them with one another. Though I would like to have an AI imaging program or something similar compared compare these images and give accurate grades. If anyone knows of a service or program that I can use to do that, please let me know in the comments. The big story here was that there wasn't much of a difference from the cheapest to the most expensive that I could see. I think I could say that the Bissell Hydro Steam was better than the others, but other than that, I think it was pretty close. My other takeaway is that pre-treatment of stains is a must. So after all of this, what are my recommendations? For the best overall in the points algorithm, the winner was the new Bissell Hydro Steam. It has the most features, it cleans the best, and it's a lot less heavy than the Big Green. For my best value though, the clear winner is the Bissell 2X Revolution series. Ever since the Hydro Steam came out, I think the prices on these dropped considerably. Bissell now has 3 versions of the 2X Revolution, with the main difference being that the Pet Pro Plus, the purple one, has that Cleanshot feature. And while the Cleanshot thing is nice, it's not necessary, especially if you can get the orange or blue one at a significant discount. These 2X Revolutions have consistently ranked as our favorite carpet cleaner in this price range. The budget pick was tough, because while I love the price and the suction power of the Turbo Clean Power Brush Pet, for just a few dollars more, you could get the Turbo Clean Dual Pro Pet and get a much larger water tank and a hose for above floor cleaning, which is a ton of value for the price. So my budget pick remains the Bissell Turbo Clean Dual Pro Pet. Links in the description to all of these carpet cleaners, and be sure to subscribe to Vacuum Wars before you leave. Thanks for watching.